Once again, thank you for taking the time to be here with us this evening. What I'd actually like to do to get us started is to perform what our ancestors refer to as libation. Who here right now is not familiar with what libation is? Just get a show of hands. If you're not familiar with libation, come on, rebel. I mean, libation is basically a spiritual act that we do. For instance, when we're about to have a meal, okay, what we would do, what the ancient ones would do, they would set aside certain portions of food, okay, in recognition of the ancestors that have passed on. Does it make sense? Yeah, they would set aside portions of food just to recognize them, because they understood the principle of the interconnectedness of spirit, meaning that the spirit of the ancestors is the same spirit that is running through those of us that are living here in this day and time, and it's also the same spirit that will run through those descendants that are to come. Does that make sense, everyone? Yeah? So that's the first part of libation. But what they would also do is they would then feed the elders amongst the family, or amongst the community first, and then they will feed everyone according to age, going all the way down. But what they would also do, they would also pour off a certain amount of liquid or drink. And whilst they would do that, they would then, call on some of the names of their ancestors. Does it make sense? Yeah? This means yes. All right, and that means no. Okay. All right. So what I'd like us to do, as I said, just a very simple libation here. I mean, what we also did back then is that when we called in certain names, we would say the term Ashe. And what Ashe simply means is spirit life. Okay, so it's recognizing spirit, as I said, the interconnectedness of spirit, but it's also recognizing life. But what we do not want to do is to obligate anybody to be using terminologies that they don't understand. So as opposed to saying Ashe, you can simply just say give thanks. Is that okay with you? Remember, this means yes? Yeah? Okay, good. So what I will do here, I'm just going to call on a few names of people who we all know, and whilst I call on those names, what I'd like you to do with me is to say give thanks. Yes? Yes? If I could get my sister Mut, if you could help us please by lighting the candle. Thank you. Marcus Garvey, give thanks. Let me say that again. Marcus Garvey. Marcus Garvey. Right, that's more like it. Malcolm X. Did someone say Ashe? Give thanks. Yeah? In terms of the music industry, since the context of which we're doing this event this evening is within music, I would also like us to recognize Al Green.
Tupac Shakur.
Tupac Shakur. Teddy Pendergrass.
Biggie Smalls. James Brown.
Give thanks, guys. Marvin Gaye. James Brown. I really can't hear this give thanks, you know. I need to hear this. Yeah, we need to take the roof down in this place. Ashe. Okay. Big Pun. Sorry?